Good afternoon, YouTubers. It's me, Gianna. How are you doing today? Well, I know it's been a while since I've been on. Probably like 4 months, I think. But I guess I've had some issues. First off, I felt kind of odd just doing videos in general. I didn't feel like I had progressed enough to where I could say, hey, look at me, I'm this person or that person. But in truth, I think it was just laziness, just not really wanting to do anything. So I did a lot of espionage. I was watching videos and watching and seeing where I could go with what I was doing. Unfortunately, I do have some bad news for all of those who do care in YouTube land. I recently lost my job, and so because of that, I'm forced to have to look for alternative ways of paying for, being transgendered, I guess is the best way I can put it. I don't know, how do you say it? I've been in this funk for a couple weeks and just kind of trying to get out of it has made me feel a little disheartened. Mainly because every job I've ever had, I've gone from one job to the next with desire from the next job or next, opportunity. And so for the first time in a long time, I'm having to reinvent the ability for me to sell myself to people as a possible employee. Which is really strange because I'm just, like I said, I'm not used to it. Although, in turn, this negativity is led to two very, very interesting realizations. One, I've realized that there is a such thing called unemployment, and there's no real stigma to taking it. It's kind of one of those things that you have the opportunity to do because you've been paying into it for so long. And for me, it's been 15 years that I've been paying into it. And it took a friend basically telling me, why aren't you doing this? It makes sense, if you don't have any means to pay for your life, how are you going to survive? Well, the least you can do is get help from something that you've been paying into for the last 15 years. Which made good sense. So that's one good thing, one good opportunity. And the other is it's forced me to look for alternative means for gender therapy, or gender, hormone replacement, basically. And what I was able to find is a local clinic in San Diego here that offers the ability to receive HRT at a very cost-efficient price, and it just requires a little time and a very limited amount of information from you. They request that you have a 5-year plan written out, which really can be a couple sentences long. They don't care. They just want to know that they care, but they don't care so much that you have like a dissertation or anything. They just want you to kind of have an idea of where you're going. Which makes sense. I mean, my therapist would say pretty much the same thing. And she kind of did. She kind of says, it's important for you to know where you're going. And more so now than before. And I think part of that has to do with the fact that she knew that I was unhappy with my job. And she said, well, this is a good time for you because this gives you the opportunity to better yourself, further your progression and transition, as well as, find something that you really enjoy doing and make the best of it. And I think that's, that's part of what's important in life is kind of finding yourself in a good position in a place where you can be comfortable and happy doing what you're doing. What's really cool is coming up here in San Diego next weekend is San Diego's Pride Festival. And for the first time ever, I get to be a part of it. I'm going to march in Pride with my friend Aya, who just recently became Miss Trans San Diego, which is really kind of cool because, it's just cool. It's through a group called Trans Nation, which is a virgining group, if you will. They're starting a new aid group for transgender people here in San Diego, and I think that's, her being part of that via the appointment of her position as Miss Trans San Diego. She's going to get to do the whole wavy thingy on a convertible during Pride, and I'm going to march right along next to that car or right behind it or whatever. Ooh, that's another thing. I told myself I wouldn't say anymore because I want to be more clear and concise, and I just caught myself doing it, so no more. And if you catch me, maybe you can do comments or something on my next few videos or something. It'll be like a game. You can say, you said 33 times or 5 times or whatever, and I can laugh at it because I'll get to look at the comments and go, haha, that's funny. And I did, and they're right. So that's kind of where I'm going with that whole situation, because I don't want to say anymore. I know it's just a way of searching through your head and filling space, but you don't need to fill space when you can just talk to people. You have to know what you're going to say, though. It's really important. I guess right now I really don't have much else to say other than, at this point in my life, I have the ability, and I have something that's it's an opportunity to further myself, and because I have this, I think it's the best thing for me to do is take this situation and make the best out of it. And there's an old saying, like they said, when the world gives you lemons, make lemonade. Well, I think the only difference with me is I'm going to do that, but I'm going to add a little vodka. And the only reason I say this is because I'd like to actually get back into the bar industry and make it a little more fun. So, why vodka? I don't know. I just picked it out of the blue because it's a clear alcohol. Maybe rum. Would rum and lemonade be good? I don't know. Well, if you have any questions or comments, leave them for me and let me know how you guys are doing. It's good talking with you all. Have a wonderful day. Thanks, and bye.